Hey, fitness instructors and group fitness pros. Welcome to the 3-step promo post to instantly get more engagement on your Facebook. Let's get this started. If you're a group fitness instructor and you're teaching at a gym, or you rent space, or you do virtuals, or you're a studio owner, you're probably posting on Facebook to spread the word about your classes so that you can grow your classes. Now, I've created this free guide so that you can learn the secrets behind creating promo posts that rock. Facebook is hot, and it has over 2.8 billion, that's with a B, active users. So it's the perfect place to get more views and more potential students for your awesome fitness classes. Now, when I started growing my own classes back in 2017, my idea of promoting was posting my schedule everywhere and tagging everyone as much as possible. And maybe you're doing something similar to that. Sadly, for me, that was not working. It was a lot of time spent creating these posts, making sure they looked pretty, tagging everybody and their sister, and it really wasn't generating any views or likes. And if it did, I didn't see these views, likes, or followers convert into actual students. That's because I didn't know how to post in a way that connected with people instead of just announcing my classes. Now, after trying a whole bunch of things like posting videos, using ClassBuzz app or Canva or, this app or that app, posting in more places, posting more often, posting in more platforms, I was still stuck. In 2019, I cracked the code on how to Facebook to pack my classes. And I had to take a completely different and new approach to Facebook. And ta-da! My classes went from 5 to 55 without actually changing anything about my classes. Same playlist, same format, same day of the week, same time of day. Everything was the same. The only thing that I changed was how I promoted my classes. Now, I was promoting on Facebook before, but I wasn't doing it in a way that connected. So this was a completely new way of posting. Now, I'm teaching other passionate group fitness pros just like you to do the same. And part of that is making sure that your promo post rock. I'm excited to dive into it. There's 3 steps to rocking your promo: emotion, before and after, and the free class. So step number 1 is all about emotion. You need to connect with your audience by evoking positive emotions. Think about how your class makes your students feel. Use a word or a phrase that you've heard them say before. Some examples of words can be fun, happy, joy, confidence, accomplished, proud, sassy, sexy, serene, relaxed, calm, strong, powerful, exhilarated, all that jazz. Some phrases that students might use are ready to take on the world. They are at peace or not stressed. Not be mad at the world all the time. Ready to start my day. Keep my sanity, etc. Choose only one word or one phrase per post. One idea, one post. One emotion, one post. So we're going to keep it super simple and always make it focused on just one thing. This is hard to do because group fitness pros, we feel all the emotions. Oh my God, come to my class. My class will make you feel fun and happy and joy and confident and sexy and exhilarated. And while that's great, when you give too much of a good thing, it's hard for your audience to focus. So this is why we are going to choose the focus and just focus on one positive emotion. So you can focus on how the class is fun or happy, or how it gives you confidence, or how it makes you strong, or how you feel exhilarated, or how you're ready to start that day, but just one of these emotions or one of these phrases. Keep it simple. Step 2 is to add the before and after story. Inspire your audience with a personal story. One of the biggest mistakes I see instructors do is that they're stuck in this cycle of just announcing their classes. Zumba, Wednesdays at 5. Yoga, Mondays at 8. And it's just about informing, and then they'll sprinkle in a fun word like, it'll make you feel great. And it's so generic and uninspiring and impersonal that there's no way for your audience to actually connect with you or your post or your class or how your class actually makes people feel. This is why it's important for you to be open and vulnerable and share a story of how you had this positive emotion when you were taking class. Keep the story from the perspective of being a student, so not from the perspective of being an instructor. If you want to attract students, we need to talk about the student perspective. If you're new to teaching fitness, this still might be very fresh in your mind. If you've been teaching for 10, 20, 30 years, we have to go back to when you started taking your class, or if you've taken a class that was new to you and going through those feelings of what it was like to take a class for the very first time, or what it was like to take the first couple of classes and how that made you feel, because that's how your students are feeling right now. It's called the before and after story because you're going to start your post with the insecurity that you had before taking the class. This is the before part of this post. Maybe you were afraid, or you were shy, or you were insecure, or you had misconceptions about this class, or you were there by accident, or who knows. Usually the before will involve some sort of a negative or insecurity feelings. Then tell us how after taking this class, you had that positive emotion that you selected on step 1. This is going to be the after. So we're going to end your story with a happy ending. After you tell your before and after story, you can connect the whole post by using the phrase, what I learned is, let's say that you teach a body combat fitness class and the emotion that you chose in step 1 was confidence. So then the description of your post can go something like this. I'm kind of shy, so taking a body combat fitness class sounded intimidated. But my friend insisted, so I tried it. It felt awesome. My confidence went through the roof that night. What I learned was that I needed a weekly dose of confidence boosting to remind myself that I can do hard things. So notice how I'm not talking about being an instructor or the format or even the schedule, right? I'm just talking about the story and feeling not confident at the beginning, the before, and then feeling confident after, and what I learned in that process. That's what the description of your post has to be all about. Now you can make the story short, just like I did right here, or you can make the story very long. That's totally up to you. Now we're going to move on to the actual promotion part of this post, which is step 3, the free class. Make it easy for new students to try out your class. So often I talk to instructors and they tell me that they are getting the views and the inquiries and students are actually interested in their classes, but they don't actually show up to class. And when I start asking, well, how do they, what do they have to do to get to class? Turns out they have to pre-register for a thing and go to a website and pay and do this and do that. And the new student has to jump through a whole bunch of hoops just to try the class to see if they like it. It takes effort to get somebody interested in your class just to lose them at the end because you made it way too hard for them to pay you and enroll in your class. So let's remove some of those struggles and make it easy for them. Get them to your class first. Give them a free class, a free thing that they can enjoy so that they can first figure out if they like your class or not before actually pulling out their wallets. So decide how they're going to get their free class. This can be a free virtual pre-recorded link or a free class pass or a coupon code or a guest pass from your gym or club, or it could just be them giving you their email. Now, if they're giving you their email, just make sure that you're doing this on a private setting. So this is either a text message or a message on Messenger so that they're not putting their email in a public place like a post or like in the comments of a post. Put your free class call to action at the end of the post. So call to action, or CTA, is the action that you want your audience to take. This is a marketing terminology. Typical CTAs are like this post, comment below, send me a PM, click the link. Keep in mind that you should only use one call to action per post. So one emotion per post, one story per post, one call to action per post. Yes, one idea per post. Be super clear, what is it that you want them to do? Examples of CTAs can be to get a free class, say free in the comments. Like if you would like a free class. Comment free if you would like to try a free class. Send me a message with the word free so you can try out the class. Any of these options is good. Just make sure that you only use one option. If you give them more than one option, then they don't know which one to do. Should they like or should they comment? Should they comment or should they send a message? They don't know which one to do and they end up doing none of it. So just give them one thing to do. As a bonus, I added whether your promo should be a picture or a video. And the short answer is that whichever your audience responds to the most. Your audience on Facebook is unique to you. Nobody else has that audience. So there's no way for me to predict what does your audience favor. So what I recommend is alternating between promo posts that are pictures and promo posts that have a video. And then test which type of post gets more reactions and stick to that. Then you'll know, my audience really likes pictures. My audience really likes videos. And if they're 50-50, then, just keep mixing it up. Now, whether you do a picture or a video, there are some few guidelines that you need to follow. First of all, use only one picture or one video. So if you're doing a promo post, you don't want to have a picture of you, then a picture of the group, and then a picture with the pro, and then a picture with just a couple of them. No, only use one picture. Same thing with the video. We just want one video. Make sure that you are in the picture or that you are in the video. So avoid using the pictures from the format where the pros from the format are there, or where it's a graphic, or that's not a picture, it's just all words. It is called Facebook, so we need a face. This is your classes, so we need your face in that picture or that video. And this is a very, very important one. This is the most common mistake I see instructors do when it comes to the graphic of their promos. Use only two details. That would be the date and time plus the class format, or the date and time and the class location, or the class format and the class location. Because what it does is that if you put way too much information in your graphic and you're doing date and time plus the class format plus the location plus Zumba family plus yoga for everyone plus virtual plus $5 or free, if you're adding all of those details, it's too much work for your brain. So now everything is competing for attention, so then they pay attention to none of it. Okay, too many details, and you start falling into spammy territory and run the risk of being ignored. So keep it simple. I also included this 3-step promo worksheet so that you can go through this exercise as many times as you want with as many posts as you want. Here you can decide what's the one positive emotion that you're going to focus on, what's going to be the before and after personal story that you can share that relates to this emotion from the student's perspective. You can talk about your own personal story. You can also talk about your students' stories. You don't have to share their name if you don't want to, but you can also say, I remember when I saw Cha-Cha Cindy for the very first time. She was very shy in the back row. And after a couple of classes, she started moving up and I saw her confidence just grow and she's standing taller. And what I learned is that it's okay if you stand in the back, right? So you can switch from telling your story to telling somebody else's story, but tell a story with an emotion from a student's perspective. And then what's the one call to action that you're going to be using? If you found this helpful, tell me about it. I don't know unless you tell me about it. So if you created a post using this 3-step technique, tag me in your post. I want to drop a like on your post as well. Post it at the stage or post a small win at the stage and say, hey, I posted a promo using the 3-step technique. And let me know. I want to know what your feedback is. Now, I have trainings every Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Central inside my private Facebook group, The Stage, where there's more helpful tips and strategies on all things how to pack your classes and rock your business. Now, once you're inside the Facebook group, the most recent trainings will be located in the featured section of the group. There's also a library of trainings available to you in the guides section of the group. If you're having trouble figuring out where the featured and where the guide section is, just send me a message and I'll point you to the right direction. If you're not part of the stage yet, go ahead and click this link and it'll send you to the stage. Just answer the questions and I'll see you inside. So what's next? Now that you know how to rock your promos, the thing that's going to help them decide whether to come to your class or not is going to be your profile. Because wherever it is that you're posting these promo posts in Facebook groups or Marketplace or even in your stories, new people don't know anything about you. So your promo post might catch their attention and they might relate to your story, but before they actually say me in the comments or request that free class, they first need to check you out because they don't know you. The way they're going to check you out is going to be by clicking on your name. Your name takes them to your personal profile. And depending on what you have there, if they vibe with you, they're going to friend request you or accept your friend request or ask for the details or ask for the free class or become a follower. If they don't vibe with you and you have all the wrong things, you're either scaring them away because your profile is too spammy or there's nothing for them to do there because your profile is way too personal, then all that work that you did with the promo post is going to go to waste because they don't trust you. They're skeptical about you and they're not going to go to a stranger's class. Which is why I've created the Profile Secrets mini course to help group fitness pros just like you rock their first impression on Facebook, making potential students want to know more about you and your classes and scroll through your feed where you should have more promo posts. Now, this is an easy step-by-step, bite-sized training, so it won't take a lot of time, and it's done at your own pace to help your promo posts get more views and more engagement while building trust with your new audience. This way, your audience wants to stay on your profile and they'll get to know what you do through your promo post and who you are through your personal post. In the Profile Secrets mini course, you'll know exactly how to present yourself online as professional, authentic, and approachable, as well as how to avoid being perceived as spammy or annoying, because we don't want to do that. By doing some simple tweaks to their profile, group fitness pros have told me that they're actually getting more friends requests, more views on their post, more engagement on their post, and more inquiries about their classes. So all you have to do is follow the simple guidelines and you can be boosting your Facebook in less time it takes to add a new routine to your classes. Okay, now it's time for you to go make it happen. That's it for now. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.